To provide a firm, safe footing for the bridgemen, a special type of catwalk was designed. USS Cyclone chain-link fence was chosen for its lightweight, low wind resistance, and great strength. This bundle of Cyclone fence will cover a distance of 100 feet. When sufficient flooring had been placed to reach the next tower, it was stretched into position. This job calls for iron nerves, for the bridgemen ride the catwalk during the stretching operation. But after the precarious footing during tower erection, this 10-foot catwalk was a cinch. Fun, but with a serious purpose, to keep the wire mesh sliding freely as it is stretched over the steel ropes. San Francisco Bay looked like this from the catwalk. Far below, the old ferry boats plow stolidly along, soon to be replaced by trains of electric cars, automobiles and trucks, rolling in an endless stream across the bridge that soars above. At dinner time, the bridgemen lose no time hitting for home. A run along the catwalk to whet the appetite, then the sky ride, and down the escalator, helter-skelter. It's a hard, dangerous job, that of the bridgeman, but he loves it. With catwalks in position, the spectacular job of cable spinning is about to begin. Giant reels of special bridge wire, supplied by American Steel and Wire Company, rise majestically to the top of the anchorages. These huge reels, each carrying 60 miles of wire, were assembled at the nearby Columbia Steel Company warehouse. High above the water, the spinning wheels begin to travel. 18,000 tons of galvanized wire will be used to bind together two neighbor cities, Oakland and San Francisco. This cable will consist of 37 strands, each made up of 472 galvanized steel wires as thick as a lead pencil. In making a cable of this size, the individual wires are not twisted in any way, but laid parallel for the entire length of the bridge. From San Francisco to the center anchorage, more than a mile away, and from there to Yerba Buena Island, nearly another mile away, the spinning wheels work with ever-increasing speed. This model will illustrate the principle of cable spinning. The end of the wire is anchored temporarily and passed around the strand shoe. Then, the spinning wheel takes the loop across to the other side. There, it's removed from the spinning wheel and looped around that strand shoe. This is repeated until a sufficient number of wires have been laid. Then the wire is cut and spliced to the beginning end. Day and night spinning continues. Down plunge the spinning wheels toward the island anchorage. There, bridgemen remove the wire and rethread the wheel. Four cable wires are placed on every trip. Let her go! The end of a coil of wire is joined to the beginning of the next coil by means of a turnbuckle-type splice. Each wire is beveled so that when they're drawn together by the turnbuckle sleeve, the ends fit snugly. The two wires are gripped in separate vices as a workman draws them up with a wrench applied to the turnbuckle sleeve. The beveled ends form a lock and will not become loose unless they are again placed in vices and unscrewed with a wrench. 2 spinning wheels operate on each hauling rope. Halfway between the anchorages, they meet and pass. A clanking cowbell warns the bridgeman of the wheel's approach as it continues to spin its web of steel against the sky far above the traffic of the bay. When spinning was completed, the compactor went into action. 6 75-ton jacks in this machine squeeze and bind the strands into a mighty cable 28 3/4 inches in diameter. Special steel castings are spaced at intervals along the cable. Each carries 2 pairs of steel suspender ropes, cut to length and pre-stressed to support the bridge deck. Barges, controlled by radiophones, carry the massive prefabricated truss units, some weighing 200 tons, out into the bay to be hoisted into place by traveler cranes. Soon, hundreds of sections had been guided accurately into place in the structure. An amazing example of coordinated engineering, manufacturing, fabrication, and transportation. The work of the bridgemen is completed. The rugged men of steel are ready to move on to the next job, wherever it may be, of drawing together the people of the world. When they leave, the romance of bridge building leaves with them. These men of skill and courage are the adventurers whose work and sweat and toil have constructed a mighty edifice, woven a web of dreams into a web of steel.